It's almost January 1st, which means many of us moms are feeling that after Christmas overwhelm where we have a new influx of toys and we are not quite sure what to do about it all. I want to share with you some home management systems that you can implement hopefully in your home as well if you have small kids and you're just trying to eliminate some of that chaos and that overwhelming feeling. Or maybe you just simply want to stop cleaning up toys on the floor all day long. Maybe you feel like you can never get to the bigger and more important things because you're constantly tidying up. All right, so one thing that I do that has saved my bacon is a toy rotation. Now, before you just tune out of this video because maybe you've tried a toy rotation and it just doesn't seem to work for you, let me try to convince you to try it again. I have really boiled this down to a good science. I found that I wasn't really loving a toy rotation system when I had a giant tub of toys out in the garage that I constantly had to sort through and dig through and categorize and figure it out, and it was just a pain. So now I keep a cube storage system in my garage. I'll take you out there and I'll show you. And it's really easy. It's just as simple as switching out the baskets or dumping one thing into the other thing when it's time to do the rotation. And I will do this rotation based off of if I notice they're not playing with specific toys as much. And one thing I'm doing right here is I try not to keep tons of little pieces of toys, like toys that have a lot of little pieces out at the same time. So these magnetic blocks, they're new. They're a Christmas gift. The kids really love them, but they have gone all over the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set these in the rotation for now. And I'll probably trade it out for maybe the farm animals when the time comes for me to rotate the farm animals out. But they really love those farm animals, so it won't be anytime soon. I guess the point is that my logic is there are a lot of farm animals and there are a lot of blocks. So I have to choose one set of toys. Do I want a lot of farm animals out right now, or do I want a lot of little blocks? And so I'm choosing the farm animals. As you can see, the toys have migrated into the bedroom. We have a teeny tiny home and the toys just are all over the house. You'll have to tell me. I've gone back and forth. I did a poll on Instagram recently as to what you guys prefer. If you prefer to have toys in kids' bedrooms or in the living room. And I go back and forth on it. I feel like when toys are in the living room, that just inevitably they're going to end up in every room of the house. It's going to be all over the place. But the pros to having the toys in the living room is that the bedroom really becomes a sanctuary and a place of rest. And they're playing with toys a lot more when they're in my vicinity. I have really young kids, so I know that's a thing with really young kids. They really like to be around mama and dada. So yeah, tell me in the comments below what you prefer. Do you prefer toys in the living room, or are you a toys in the bedroom strictly? Or maybe you're a little bit of both. I want to know the benefits too, why you feel that way. So let me know in the comments below. Let's move on to the next system. If you have small children, you're probably dealing with a whole book situation. We recently went completely media free. That's just kind of like a family culture that we want to start establishing. And so it's important for me to have a good collection of books as well as toys, but really books for that entertainment for the kids. But if you have really, really young kids, you are probably very frustrated with the book mess, with the books getting ruined all the time, ending up all over the floor, being stepped on, just not being very well taken care of. So what I decided to do was move the books out of reach and do kind of a book rotation, just like I'm doing with the toys. So basically, I moved the books from the bottom shelf of the bookshelf in the living room up to the top shelf so they're not as easily accessible. And then I am going to make space on this shelf of the bookshelf in our bedroom and take the books off of the bookshelf in their room and just leave a select few books down. So here's another example of just how messy the book situation can get. It's driving me nuts, y'all. Driving me nuts. And so I just took this basket, I put some books into the basket, and now they have a smaller selection. When I notice that they are ready to have different books, I will just switch them out. Let's talk about one of the last systems. I know you've probably heard about this system. It is a no-fold laundry system. So I fold all of my husband and I's clothes. I fold my towels, my sheets, any sort of linen I'll fold. But the kids' clothes, what I'll do is I will take the laundry basket full of clothes, I'll dump it on the bed, and then I will throw all of the girls' clothes into one pile. So after I've done sorting it out, it looks kind of like this. There's my pile and their pile. And then I take the pile into the room and I literally throw it into the designated baskets. Now, I found that their clothes don't really get wrinkles at this point because they're so little. If I have an outfit I care about getting wrinkled, like a nice special dress for church, I will hang those. The no-fold laundry system just truly does save me so much time. Well, friends, thanks for hanging out with me today. Please consider subscribing as my channel talks about home management systems, decluttering, faith, family, and so much more. See you later.